Warning. If the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Okay, so let's not beat around the bush here. Do you have a control freak wife who is dominating your marriage? If you are, then I'm not surprised. You see, sadly, suffering in a relationship with an over-controlling wife is now very common. If you're facing a similar problem in your marriage, understand that it's not your fault. Here's some good news. The controlling wife problem is also completely reversible, but only if you know what to do. In this video, you'll learn to deal with a controlling wife and how to beat her at her own game. I've got everything you need to know right here. Before we start, however, may I ask a huge favor from you? Could you help me by clicking the like button? Click like, because that will help spread this video to other guys like you who need advice on how to be better with women. Please click like now. Done clicking like? Thank you. Let's start now, okay? First things first, let's define the problem before we try to solve it. To find out if you got a controlling wife, answer these questions for me. 1. Does your wife track your whereabouts and call to check where you are and who you're with? 2. Does she accuse you of going to strip clubs or ogling waitresses? 3. Does she bitch at you for wasting money? Even worse, does she control the money in your house? 4. Does she try to control your look? Can you wear whatever you want? Are you allowed to grow facial hair? 5. Does she decide when you have sex? Does she come up with excuses not to have sex? When you do have sex, is she waiting for it to be over as soon as possible? If you answered yes to any of these, well, you've got a controlling wife in your hands. Or worse, you might even be married to a female sociopath. Or she might just be some girl with daddy issues with her psychological problems now flaring up. And you know what? Not only is she controlling, more important than that, she's unhappy. Why? She's unhappy because she wants a man who takes charge, not a man she has to tell what to do. Fact. Women don't want to be in control of a relationship. When they do have control, they're miserable. Taking control and leading is not in her nature, and that's why she's so unhappy. Millions of years of genetic hardwiring are telling her that this is wrong. She knows it's wrong, and that is the cause of her unhappiness. Makes sense, right? So now you know what the problem is. How do you fix the relationship? How do you deal with a controlling wife? First, here's what not to do. Don't react and try to make things up. Doing chores of giving her back rubs? That shit won't work. Only wimps try to appease women. Don't be a pussy. Instead of appeasing her, you do the opposite. You become emotionless and stop caring. And guess what? This will shake her reality. She thought she could control you, right? So when you pull away, expect her to be taken aback. This will turn the relationship dynamic on its head and make her chase you. Here are a couple of ways to be indifferent to her. Be emotionally unavailable. Answer her questions with vague and monosyllabic answers. Act too tired and disinterested to argue. Limit contact. Limit phone calls and text messages. Work late, go out with your buddies, join a gym, find a new hobby to keep you busy. When you're done with this step, expect her to freak out a little. This is normal. When she pursues you as you pull away, tell her that you need time to think and that you two should cool off for a while. Be vague, keep her guessing, and never say it's over. Your faint breakup will send her imagination into overdrive. Has he met somebody else? Is it me? What did I do? Does he not love me anymore? Make no mistake, the fake breakup gambit is your secret weapon. It can look risky, but it flat out works. Trust me on this. And when it works, it will tip the power dynamic of the relationship back towards you in one fell swoop. This will take a couple of days. During this time, expect her to go nuts. It's important to maintain your composure and stick to the game plan. Don't give in, all right? Once you've drawn out the fake breakup as long as possible, get back in touch. And when you see her, don't declare your undying love. That will undo everything that you've done. you've gone too far to fuck things up. If you've done the previous step correctly, she will be as vulnerable and docile as a pussycat. At this point, you're in a good position to seal the deal and finish the job. And you do this by putting her through an emotional roller coaster with a mind control technique called fractionation. With this technique, you'll turn the tables on her so that she submits to your authority and dominance. If you use fractionation correctly on your wife, always have her love and devotion no matter what happens in your life. Awesome, right? So here's what you need to do now. Watch until the end of this video and you'll find a link to the infamous online masterclass where you'll learn how to use fractionation on women. Click on the link and follow the instructions to get your invite to the masterclass. When used correctly, fractionation can get a woman under your control, enslave her, and make her fall in love with you far quicker than the usual pickup artist tricks. I have to warn you though that it is not possible to undo the effects of fractionation. Once you have enslaved a woman using this technique, dumping her will cause irreparable damage to her psychology. Therefore, please use this technique responsibly and ethically. To learn how you can use Shogun method and fractionation to manipulate a woman's mind and enslave her to you emotionally, go to fractionationhypnosis.com or click on this link right now.